from my experience, what I believe a good definition of it would be is that it's the way the brain takes in, processes, and pays attention to incoming information. And all of this affects the output. The deficits are in the way a language-based situation affects a student. For example, slow processing speed may be evident, although the student can comprehend. Some students have difficulty with writing output. They have the ideas, they have the thoughts, they can't organize them, and they can't get them down on paper. There might be some short-term memory circuits that are not functioning well, so that what a student learns can't be remembered to the next lesson. And so the implications of that is that the student needs to not only be taught possibly with visual or manipulatives, but the practice is going to need to be far more intensive, frequent, repetitive. And then, of course, poor auditory pathways is a major, major block for students with LD. So that if a lecture is held without any kind of visuals, the student must sit and listen. It goes in one ear literally and out the other, and not much gets processed because the student can't personalize that information and keep hold of it. Now, when we're talking about ADD is not so much a problem with processing information, but it's the ability to attend, to focus, to activate tasks, to self-regulate, which block what the student knows. Some students have severe frustration. They become easily thwarted. If they don't have things organized because that's one of their deficits, they can't get started, and so procrastination becomes a way of dealing with that because it's too frustrating to look for everything. So procrastination is one of the major behavioral observations we can make, except, again, the educator needs to look at that and say, okay, why is the procrastination happening? And in ADD, that's a sure sign that there's something going on that's keeping that student from either starting or moving forward. The other thing with ADD is that shifting from one activity to another or holding multiple steps in mind without anything written down, check-off sheets, becomes particularly difficult.